Hi guys, you're here with me, Baby Firefly, the taxidermy witch, and what we're looking at here is the fresh grave that I just dug for the raccoon that I picked up and saved off the road. I didn't want it to go splat. That would have been bad. So I've just dug. Remind me never ever to do anything so wrong that I need to dig a grave. I tried to dig a grave over in the pet cemetery, but it was just too... the earth was too rooty. And so I used these titanium shears and the spade. The spade didn't work to get the roots. I had to bust out the titanium shears, but I did get it done. Now you want to bury a piece of roadkill if you want to dig it up in 2 years' time. You want to bury it 2 feet deep. Just remember 22, right? But these roots are amazing. When you work with roots, I'm going to do a video just talking about roots. Out of, some hoodoo books, some conjure books, some root work books, haha, root work, and Scott Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs. You could use these roots as pounding sticks. I'm going to actually keep a couple for the communication with this animal because they are buried next to the other parts of these roots. When you take a root, you guys, it's so important that you cherish it because that really, really does affect the plant. So I'm using my Rose of Jericho. Gertrude, hello, thank you for everything you do. I'm using her water for a resurrection of this animal spirit so that the animal, we can work together. And then these offerings that I've given to Gertrude yesterday, I think she, Lilith, Morticia, and William brought me the raccoon, to be quite honest. So I'll be taking that and I'll be putting a bed of, just fresh and dried wildflowers at the bottom. I will be placing the raccoon on top. You won't see me place the raccoon in this video, but you'll see me prepare the grave. 2 feet, 2 years. Dig it up, it'll be clean. Put rocks over the top so that your animals don't get inside it. Here I'm using Gertrude's hand that I give to animate her to sprinkle in her water, which is resurrection water, and resurrect the spirit of this raccoon. So we can work together. I'm actually pitching a tent tonight and sleeping out here in the backyard with it. All of us witches have our own way of bonding. If you think your bonding seems weird, do it anyway. Like, that's how I know I'm doing the right thing, if it seems super weird. Or unusual, yeah. So here I'm just going to put these red rhododendrons at the bottom. Red for love. Red for passion. Red and color magic, but I'm using them for those reasons. And I'm actually having Gertrude's hand put those down. And what else did I want to say? That took a long time. It wasn't a quick process. So watch the video before this to see the animal that I laid in the grave if you want to see it. It is not gory because it wasn't splat. It was a perfect specimen. So I'm excited. What am I going to do next in the video? Let's find out. Oh yeah, the dirts. So I was going to say unearthed grave dirt is another thing that I'm going to put into my, my dirts that I sell. What's next to say? Oh, that hole, it took a long time, and I'm really tired. I could only imagine digging a 6-foot hole for something quite bigger. Baby Firefly wouldn't do that. She'd just leave the corpse under her bed until she had her fun. Alright, anyway, I think next in the video I'm going to get up and pick some more flowers to put in there. I forgot what I wanted to talk about in this point, so I'm just going to try and jubile on. Wink wink with the chuck. Wink wink. That place that always puffs out. So at this point I think I was saying, oh yeah, I want to get some more flowers in there. Oh, I'm saying 2 feet deep, 2 years. That's what I'm trying to tell you there. 2 feet deep, 2 years. You could pour a libation out in there. I didn't feel that this time. I'm going to put some ivy because that's what I gave to an altar offering last night. And then in the morning, early in the morning while it was still cool, I found that raccoon. My friend Billy. I'm calling him Billy. When you work with animal spirit, the first name that pops into your head, use it. That's what I do. And here I've decided, oh yeah, if we're talking about spirit communication and herbs to lay in the bottom, I'm going to pick right from Morticia, who's right over his grave. Give her thanks. Thank you so much for your help. And break apart, I think I break apart 3 parts and drop it in here. And that's fresh. And so here's a way you can use your fresh herbs. Those are fresh and dried. But yeah, you know, there is a time and a place for fresh herbs. This is the time. So I'm going to forage some dandelions because I remember in that dandelion video we made just the other day, which I had a lot of fun doing, by the way. We talked about how they were good for calling spirits. I put a bunch of pictures up on Instagram, so check those out as the grave as it was coming along. I won't share the photo of the raccoon in there unless you are a private friend of mine on Skype and you want to see it. So here we go. I've plucked 3 lovely, beautiful dandelions for spirit communication. Calling spirits. Calling spirits, not spirit communications. Calling spirits. What's the difference? Well, you know, I'd have to look in my book. But calling spirits. And same with wormwood, calling spirits. I'm using the ivy, I already said, and the red, I already said. Okay, good. I'm giving sprinkles of that Rose of Jericho water to resurrect the spirit of the raccoon. And that's all that dirt that I'm just going to push over into the grave after I place Billy down. And then I put some fresh flowers on top of him as well. And I'll burn a candle next to him. I have a little grave headstone made. And so, yeah, it's a roadkill garden so that you... Not a roadkill garden, pardon me. It's a roadkill graveyard so that these animals can have a proper burial. And you can work with them. Give them offerings. Bye, guys. Love and lightning.